endlessly searching for an original sound.
Hey guys, welcome back to NinNin Days. Thank you, come again. The store clerk thanked us as we leave after purchasing what we came for. Some, who is walking beside me, clutches the paper bag to her chest carefully. I'm happy if you are, Some. The paper bag that Some is holding so cheerfully is from a popular apparel shop. We came downtown searching for clothes for Some just a few hours ago, but of course she had no idea where to look. Walking to a department store that young woman seemed to be frequenting, we'd found a store that appealed to Some. As I expected, the store clerks who saw Some's clothes were a bit surprised. Luckily, I was easily able to explain it away as cosplay. Then, leaving the choice of clothing to the discretion of the salesperson, Some tried on a few items and finally I bought the one she liked. It might be a bit expensive. And you're fine with those? The clothes Some chose were among the cheaper ones the salesperson had picked out for her. Oh, good. Really? I decided that if we were going to buy clothes, she's gonna get nice ones, even if it means splurging a little. From what she says, though, it doesn't sound like she's refrained from buying something expensive on purpose. Does the fact that she's a ninja mean she doesn't care for colorful designs or high-quality fabric? Yeah, those are for sleeping. Wasn't it tough to sleep in that ninja getup? Uh-huh. Some lets out a dry laugh. No, you wear those only to bed. Come on, you can't wear them literally all the time. Some of my friends use the same clothes to sleep in and to relax at home, but I'm the type who has to separate them no matter what. Sometimes I go to convenience stores in my comfy clothes, so I don't want to imagine getting into bed with those same clothes on. Besides, the pajamas, do you mind trying on all the clothes again for me when we get home? Oh. Honestly, I didn't think she'd deny my request, so I'm a little shocked. Really? I feel my heart skip a beat when Some winks and shoots a teasing smile in my direction. The day of our trip to the amusement park. I naturally wake up earlier than usual. It's not that I meant to wake up so early. Perhaps I'm just subconsciously nervous about the day to come. Even Some, who usually sleeps until breakfast, is awake. We wake up at practically the same time, and Some lies in bed, yawning and rubbing her eyes. Some and I make eye contact. I bet Some couldn't sleep because she was so excited about our trip. Up bright and early, we split the morning chores and then quickly get ready. Thanks to that, we'll probably be able to leave the house with plenty of extra time. Sure. Some giggles at my cracking voice when I respond and heads into the bathroom to change. With nothing to do to pass the time, I try to deal with the strange anxiety that's building up within me. That apparel shop salesperson really knew what they were doing. I recall when she tried on the clothes back at the shop. The sales lady brings her a few outfits that she thinks will suit some, and when she tries them on, they all look amazing on her. Next, the sales lady gets a little overexcited, recommending more and more until another clerk gets involved, and the whole situation turns into a mini fashion show. Well, even if Sum was a little confused, at least she had fun. That's all that really matters.
主様
Whoa!
どうかな
Those clothes really do suit you. Let's get a good look at that. That is so cute. Oh, it's so cute. Look at that. She's so cute. Look at her. She is adorable. Now, Sum is acting much more shy than when she was in the store, but she still does a little spin for me on the spot. She's so cute. I've been used to Sum wearing her ninja outfit, but now the house suddenly feels fresher with Sum in regular clothes. I knew from the beginning, but I'm reminded again how lucky I am to live with such a cute girl.
これで遊園地に行ってもおかしくない
Not even one bit. She looks so pretty she could be in a painting, while I might end up fading into the background.
主様と二人でお出かけなんて初めてだよね
It is?
そうだよ遊園地とっても楽しみだな
I guess that time we went to the park together doesn't count. It was more of a ninja confirmation. Ninja confirmation. Wait a sec. Does that mean this is a date? Which means I decided I was going to admit how I feel, but now we're already on our first date. Look at that. Hey, cute. As for Sum, she stands in front of a full-body mirror in the closet, spinning, fixing tiny wrinkles in her clothes, and unable to hide the huge smile on her face. Was Sum excited to go, especially knowing that it was going to be a date with me? No, I just can't imagine that. Sum, but it's true that she learned a lot from the other girls at the cafe. I don't get it. Watching Sum, I don't get the sense that she's nervous at all. Could I be the only one who's freaking out here? I'll never get tired of watching her. I think, while at the same time questioning the reason for my nerves. Yes, it is, Summy. Sum is probably filled with a mix of shock and excitement right about now. I myself haven't come to an amusement park in ages, and I'm just trying not to lose my nerve. How long has it been? I must have been in elementary school the last time. Who would have thought I'd come at this age? Oh, hey! I think that is legitimately an image from Power Rangers. Or a really good drawing of them. On a date, no less. I would have laughed at the idea only a few months ago. Whoa! Hey! Sum grabs me by the hand, and I barely manage to catch my balance before falling on my face. I get it! You don't have to pull so hard. Sum is walking just ahead of me with a beaming smile. Well, I guess I don't mind. By all rights, I should be the one pulling Sum by the hand, I think. As I'm dragged along behind her. Nope, you let the girl do it. She's the one excited. After riding one of the faster roller coasters, we make our way back to where the entrance is indicated on the park map. The ride Sum points to is a coaster that glides along the water and then has a big drop from the top of the waterfall. Sure, why not? They have ponchos for sale so we don't get wet. It'll probably be fine. You mean The next ride Some chooses was a roller coaster whose rails soar high into the sky. It has twists and huge drops that looks totally terrifying. You sure that one isn't a bit too... Ah!
さあ、行こ
I can't possibly pull away my hand, which Some has in a death grip. So, on we go. Through the gate to the roller coaster.
う。次はねあれ
Some points to a high, narrow tower. If I look carefully, I can make out something like a dragon wrapped around it. I bet that thing drops at a ferocious speed. Hang on a minute. Why is she choosing nothing but the scariest rides? Some, you sure like scary rides with big drops, don't you?
怖いものはあんまり。でも、高いところは好きだよ。外にいた頃は、大凧に乗って景色とか見てたから。
A huge kite? Oh yeah, there's a technique like that. Or at least I heard that it's scientifically possible to fly a person through the air on a kite twice their size. But it can't really be considered flying. Wasn't the issue that it's not practical because of it being too difficult to control? Plus, the landscape is the last thing on my mind when I'm on a roller coaster. Hey, why don't you choose a nice Ferris wheel? It looks so peaceful.
それじゃあ行くよ
As if to slap down even my thoughts of a suggestion, Some tries pulling me towards another scream machine. Whoa, wait a second. Can we have a break, please?
もう、これぐらいで疲れるなんて情けないよ
Some, you have way too much energy.
今日はいっぱい遊び
Grumble.
あ
The sound that came from Some's stomach was the grumble of hunger. I checked the clock at the park and noticed it's almost lunchtime. I'm pretty hungry too. Want to grab a bite to eat?
そうだね
Some's face is flushed in excitement. I grab her by the hand and we head off in search of the food court. Sorry.
なんで謝るの私は主様と一緒にいられるならどこでもいいよ
Yeah, thanks. We find a restaurant inside the park. Park. Wow, caught that one. But unfortunately, because of the time, we can't get a seat. So instead, we grab hot dogs at the food truck, where there isn't such a big line of people, and go over to the plaza to eat.
これがホットドッグ
Some's eyes drill into her hot dog. Some chooses a regular hot dog, while I get some teriyaki chicken dog instead. After a moment, Some timidly takes her first bite. Her eyes open wide in surprise.
おいしい
I'm glad you like it. I bite into my own hot dog as well. Yep, it's delicious.
ねえ主様
What is it? Some starts asking me something just as I'm about to take another bite.
主様のホットドッグも一口ちょうだい
Sure, I guess so.
いただきます
I want to tell her that it's already half eaten, but she leans forward and takes a big bite anyway. Now that I think of it, the first meat bun I gave her was half eaten too.
甘くて辛い砂糖醤油味
Well, that's one way to describe it. Pretty much, isn't it? Some's face blooms into a smile like a sunflower. When Some pulls away, I bathe in the aftermath of her smile and the sweet smell that tickles my nose suddenly as she taps my shoulder.
はい主様も私の食べていいよ
Saying that, she offers me her hot dog. Really, are you sure?
いいよあでも全部食べたらダメだからね
I know that. I guess the idea of the indirect kiss doesn't bother Some, course not. She ate a bite of mine without an issue, didn't she? I feel stupid being the only one who's sensitive about it.
食べないの？
Sometimes I see couples doing this, but they don't seem to make a big deal of it. That is situation I'm in now. That is the situation I'm in now. Wow, translation. But I can't help feeling super embarrassed to be one of those couples. It's impressive they can do this without blinking an eye. Thanks. I bite into the hot dog offered by some.
どう？
How is it? I'm so embarrassed I can't even tell how it tastes. Mommy, look! That girl is feeding him! I look up and see a little boy pointing at us from far away. Or a few feet away. Did you and Daddy do that too? Shh, hush now. The lady he calls Mommy scolds the little boy and pulls him away.
おいしい。
Some is so involved in eating her hot dog, she doesn't seem to hear a thing. I guess we really look like a couple. I start to feel gloomy until Some pokes my side and I snap out of it.
主様、あれって何？
That? Looking at the direction Some is pointing, I see some children sitting around what looks like an outdoor stage. Oh, we're gonna see the Sentai Warriors! Super Sentai! So that's why there are so many kids around today. You've probably never seen one, but on holidays like today, there's usually a hero show. Set up around the stage are big panels with the heroes' names written on them. There's even a special photo booth.
ヒーローショー？
Some obviously doesn't have a clue. Just watch and you'll get the idea soon enough. Still eating our hot dogs, we turn our eyes onto the stage. Now that I'm an adult, I get that they're just actors. But when I was a kid, I thought those guys were real-life heroes. Fun fact, I actually went to one of those type of shows back when Power Rangers was doing their first movie. I met the actual, like, legitly, the real, was he Green Ranger then White Ranger? That's right. I think he was a White Ranger during the movie. He was actually doing the show. It was the most awesome thing ever. He also picked me up because I got trampled by adults. He was really nice. I still have his autograph. That's right. He got to meet your unicorn. I'd even played make-believe, so heroes with friends back then. As heroes with friends back then, I did the same thing. I think everyone does when they're kids. Alright guys, in the comment section, if you did that as a kid, what heroes did you play? Was it Transformers? What was it? If you guys let me know, maybe I'll reveal mine. Even now, I can't help feeling moved. While I'm reminiscing about the good old days, I realize we've come to the scene where the heroes face the villain. Mwahaha! These children are mine now, if you ever want to see them again. The villain turns to face the hero and lets out a roar of laughter. That's right, this is the basic plot of any hero show. So this is how they create situations where the kids and the heroes can interact. Some shoves the rest of her hot dog in her mouth in a panic, then suddenly stands up furiously with a furious look on her face. What's wrong?
あんなに小さい子を人質にするなんて許さない。
I knew that was gonna happen. Saying that, Some runs toward the stage. Wait! Some! Let's get a good picture of that. That is good. Some jumps up onto the stage, completely ignoring my attempts to restrain her. Some springs an attack on the villain, despite the fact that the hero and the villain are on stage, and the kids watching them are taken aback in total shock. However, she can't seem to land a hit. What kind of person is that can dodge Some's attacks? Can that villain be a ninja as well? Still, it's possible. According to Some, now that ninjas have a much smaller job market than they used to, some even leave their villages to make a living in the city. The person inside the villain costume very well could be one of those ninjas. Even now, the villain continues dodging Some's attacks and isn't paying the hero the slightest bit of attention. Look at that face. The hero, who was supposed to be the main character, is now standing flustered to the side of the stage, not knowing what to do. I don't blame him. I mean, Just now, some random girl jumped onto the stage and is battling the villain with sharp moves on a professional martial artist level. I'm so sorry, Mr. Hero. All I can do is silently apologize. You can do it. Sorry. You can do it, lady! Huh? For some reason, the kids start cheering on Sum instead of the hero. Get him! Get the bad guy! The cheers spread throughout the audience until finally the whole crowd is rooting for Sum. Sum looks at the children in the audience.
ありがとう。私、頑張るね。
The mic set up mid-stage picks up Sum's voice nicely. Just the line a hero would say in an actual hero show. Sheesh, I can't just stand here and watch this unfold. I've gotta stop Sum and quick. Too bad that I don't have the courage to go pull Sum off that stage, especially now that she's become the star of the show. Why doesn't the bad guy just run away? Even standing as far as I am, I can tell the villain is breathing heavily. Maybe it's professional's pride, which is keeping them from leaving the stage. Sum's not giving up either. Takes out a few of her throwing knives. Oh man, you've gotta be kidding me. She wasn't kidding.
これで終わりだよ。
She faces the villain and throws the knife straight at him. This is definitely not good. Or so I thought. With light footwork, the villain continues to slip out of harm's way, somehow managing to catch the knives midair with his fingers. Muhaha! You failed at the final moment. Are you sure you can defeat me? Apparently, Sum never expected her knives to be caught and scowls bitterly.
それなら。
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Getting a bit desperate, aren't we? Taking out twice as many throwing knives, Sum chucks them unhesitantly at the villain. Huh? The moment Sum lets her knives fly, a sheet of smoke erupts from the villain's hand. The stage is quickly obscured by smoke, and Sum and everyone else on stage are no longer visible to the audience.
これは
Mwah, you put up a good fight, girl. You may have won today, but next time you're mine. Ha ha ha! The voice echoes from the speaker, and when the smoke finally clears, the villain is gone. Wow, lady, you're so strong!
ありがとう。みんなのおかげで私頑張れたよ。
Sum proudly declares her victory when Sum proudly declares her victory from center stage. She is met by applause and wild cheers from the crowd. I have some questions for Sum after she jumps down from the stage, waving at all the smiling children. Hey, was that villain a ninja?
あれは悪い人でしょ？忍者じゃないよ。
It seems she didn't really believe the bad guy was going to take the children hostage. From my perspective, it looked exactly like a battle between two ninjas, though. I got a prickling sensation that says someone is watching me, and look around the area. Just the sparkling eyes of the children staring at Sum. Wow! Not just the boys, but the little girls look at her in admiration. Not surprising, since she gave more action-packed show than even the hero. The main issue here is that Sum jumped onto the stage without warning. Hey Sum, you know?
主様も見ててくれた？私、みんなのことを守れたよ。
Not exactly. We might as well just apologize. And then just bonk Sum on it. Even though the hero show is over, the children continue watching our exchange in fascination. Rather than take their kids somewhere else, the parents are also gawking at Sum, and I as though we were some bizarre beings. Sum, this way. I can't take the intensity of the stares any longer, and pull Sum away by the hand.
主様？急にどうしたの？
Just come on. We make a wide loop and move to the back of the stage. There should be a staff room somewhere around here. They must be pissed. We'll be lucky if we get off with a warning. But if they start talking about damage compensation, I don't know if a fine would qualify as damage compensation or not in this situation. But the reality is that our behavior caused them trouble. What am I supposed to do if they demand money? There. A truck is pulled up backstage. There's a tent set up next to it. There are some tarps hung around the tent, and it's difficult to see anything from the side. That must be it. Approaching the tent, I see someone fiddling with a machine next to it. Excuse me. Yes? We're, the ones who just interrupted the hero show. Interrupted? I mean, when that girl suddenly jumped up on the stage. Oh, that's what you mean by interrupted. I'll get my boss. Just wait a second. I'd appreciate that. Having said that, the staff member disappears into the tent.
主様、どうして謝るの?
Why? Because we made a total disaster of their hero show, that's why. That was all just acting, not real.
そうだったんだ.
Hey there, sorry to keep you waiting. I bought the boss so you can talk. Thanks.
How wonderful! I'm glad you took the time to come back here.
The person the staff brought over was the villain that some had been wholeheartedly throwing knives at. I can tell from her— oh, it's a woman. I can tell from her voice that it's a woman. We're so sorry.
すみませんでした.
I bow low to the woman in front of me, apologizing for what happened at the hero show. I wait for the verbal abuse to come flying, but no matter how long I wait, not one harsh word comes from her mouth. Even less expected, she lets out a lighthearted laugh. Okay, let's go someplace more private, why don't we? This isn't something we should talk about in public. Sure. Not something to talk about in public. More than one possibility pops into my head. However, we have no choice but to follow after her. We get out of there and head to a less populated area. Seeing that there are no park visitors, I guess that this must be the staff-only area. Alright. The female staff member in front of us stops and turns around. That was just wonderful. I really enjoyed all those ninja techniques, You've really improved. Huh? Did she just call Some by name? Come on, don't tell me you don't remember me.
Huh?
Sum's mouth is hanging open in shock after hearing the name. How awful. This makes me so sad. Would you mind showing us your face? Then maybe Sum will remember who she is. Oh, of course. Sorry, my bad. To think I was trying to have a normal conversation like this. Whew. You know, this is like my second skin, so I don't even realize if no one says anything. Isn't that just an occupational hazard in this line of work? I think to say this, but managed to keep my mouth shut. There we go. Now do you recognize me?
Ah!
She takes off her mask of her villain costume, and Some yells in surprise when her face is revealed.
思い出したよ.
Some claps her hands together as if a light bulb has just flashed over her head. Is she an acquaintance of yours?
里で修行していた頃の先輩だよ.
What? This woman? I turn my eyes toward the woman who just peeled an animal mask off her face. She pulls down top half of her costume and rolls it over near her waist. She must do a lot of training. Her athletic figure is practically glowing. She has a nice body and an attractive face, but with a different sort of appeal than Some. Not to mention, after hours in that animal costume, her shirt is sticking to her flesh, soaking wet. I find myself having trouble knowing where and where not to look.
主様?
What? I redirect my eyes to Some and find her looking at me with cheeks inflated angrily. I don't like the look I'm getting and try starting a conversation with Some senior ninja sister instead. I'd like to apologize again for interrupting your hero show like that. Oh, that's nothing to worry about. The kids loved it. Personally, it's a non-issue for me. Are we really getting off the hook that easy? I just have one question. Sure, what is it? Why are you working as a stunt actor? I have more than a few reasons for doing this, but the most important is that I can get away with using my ninja skills without suspicion. You know? Just like some up on the stage a minute ago. Just like some up on the stage a minute ago, she adds. She's right. If you try to stunt like that in any other line of work, you'd be lucky to be just fired and not sent to jail. Now, I'm sorry if I'm ruining your date, but I have a reason for stopping you too.
ねえ、デートって何？
Some standing next to me, whispering this question into my ear. What? Oh, it's, I get flustered trying to answer while Some just stands there with her head tilted to the side in confusion. I get it. Watching her interaction, the ninja lady gets an evil glint in her eye, and the corners of her mouth slowly rise. Well, I'll get the whole juicy story later, won't I? Some, do you want to work for the same company I'm with?
同じ職場？
That's right. Actually, one of our actors just quit, and after seeing your moves today, I believe you could even start tomorrow. What do you say? Come on, even after you become a full ninja, you've got to make a living for yourself. Honestly, it's the best to find a job for yourself during your training.
でも、私には主様が。
Master?
主様。
Then Ninja Lady glances at me and chuckles. I can see you two doing that kind of having that kind of relationship. Hey, I heard that. You were just about to say roleplay, weren't you? Hold on, this person doesn't seem like any ninja I know of. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that she was born and raised here. Or perhaps she's just gotten too used to her life in the city. Hey, could you listen to what I have to say? Look, there's a cafe over there. Let's chat over tea. They have delicious sweets. I know you'd love them too, Some.
おかしい。
Uh-oh, Some's falling for it. The limited edition seasonal sweet dumplings they have are especially, mouth-watering.
お団子！
And we've lost her. Some's eyes glaze over, hook, line, and sinker. A workplace where Some has a senior ninja to work with. Considering Some is not used to the world yet, there couldn't be a better place for her to work. Plus, if the pay is good, she might even say something like, I want to give you a comfortable life, master, and work as both a maid and a stunt actor. But that would be too big a burden for Some.
主様、お話だけでも聞いて。
I'm sorry, but Some is under my service and she won't be doing any other work. I interrupt Some mid-sentence, then grab her hand, running away as fast as I can. Wow, we're a dick. And that's gonna be where we end up leaving it. So it looks like Some has a chance for a better job, and we don't want to give it to her. But we'll find out why next time. Thank you guys for joining us, and I hope you guys check out all the links in the description if you're on YouTube. If you're in other places, come check us out on YouTube under puritysin. We have a second channel called Sinfully Pure. I'm also on Twitch a whole bunch under simply_pure, so come along and, subscribe. Also, check out our shop where we brought back lots of limited edition items, including the Waifu Army shirt. And I'll see you guys next time. We've got lots of new items coming out soon. You guys are all awesome. Please help support us through Patreon, OnlyFans, or Subscribestar. Thank you guys. Love you all. Bye.